Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where last episode we made a flame tank, but we didn't actually designate it as a flame tank. Now I have changed that, so if we go in here, this medium flame tank 1 is now actually set up as a flame tank. All we do for that is we change it from medium tank to flame tank here. So I've already done that, and we're also currently not producing any towed anti-air, which we need, or any trucks, which we need. So we should produce some of both of those. So let's see here. Trucks. There we go. I don't think we need any design for trucks, right? That's not a thing, is it? No, it is not. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to move this up. I don't know how many trucks we're going to need yet. I'm just going to throw one factory at it for the time being. We'll see how that goes. We'll probably need to throw more at it. And we'll need the towed anti-air as well, which also isn't something we can actually create variants of. So we'll make some of that. Where did that go? Right here. Wait, where did the... Oh, I changed the truck to it. I'm dumb. Okay. So we're going to change this over, or not change it. We're going to create a new line for trucks. And I do want to toss another factory at that, so we're going to do exactly that. There we go. Now, this is almost certainly going to need at least 5 factories each. We currently don't have any rubber. Okay, that's noted. We can do something about that, though. That is absolutely fine. So we'll tick on forward here, but we do need to get our armored division fully set up. I've gone through and checked. We need 135 experience. We'll do it piecemeal, but that is what we're going to need. Construction 3 finishes just instantly, and we could take synthetic oil experiments because then our synthetic refineries would produce rubber. Alternatively, there's probably some rubber down over this way. Yeah, there's 24 rubber right here. Okay, so that seems reasonably fine. In which case, I do believe that we should grab, say, excavation 3. So we'll do that. Sounds good. Now, how short on rubber are we? We're at -1 because we're not currently extracting any. 0 rubber available, 0 of 8 rubber available in North Borneo. Delivery blocked. State modifiers, non-core controller, -65%. So this wasn't integrated by the end of Victoria. So that is part of it. We could definitely improve the infrastructure here. But why is that currently blocked? So delivery is blocked due to what? We have... Here we go. We produce 0 rubber. Delivery blocked. Okay. So presumably this has something to do with, like, convoys? But we have 52 unused convoys. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. We'll need to figure that out. What do we have going on here? So base of 17, but the infrastructure is boosting that up. But we're not actually delivering this rubber. Okay. So the question is, why? We can check, like, our supply map mode. So there's no supply connection from the capital. That's intriguing. Why is there no supply connection from the capital here, then? So we currently have no port here, do we? That's what it is. Interesting. I assumed it would have imported a port, but apparently not. So that's good to know. We have this territory out over here. We currently have queued up some factories. These building slots are currently locked, right? So we have this fully filled up. We could come out over here and remove this here, and we could put in a port. Or actually, it would be a naval base, isn't it, in this game? Right. It doesn't take up a normal building slot. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. And that would then be a naval base up over here. So I'm just going to control-click and place this at the beginning of the queue. And we're going to max that one out. So that should give us a connection there. Then the question is, do we have a connection, like, up over this way? We do have a naval base in Vladivostok, level 1. I'm going to max this one out as well. So we'll just get that going, so that we have, hopefully, some form of connection here. I'm a little surprised that that naval base didn't import. But okay, we got there in the end. Fantastic. So advanced machine tools have finished up. That seems good. We could grab advanced equipment conversion. We could also grab fuel refining 3. I think for the moment, we may want to grab... Improved computing machine is an interesting thing to keep going after. It's under a year ahead of time. Let's get going on that. Cool. So that looks good. We're currently at 2 army experience right now. So that is reasonably fine. Concentrated Industry 3 finishes, which does give us more building slots, which will be, you know, relatively convenient. We're going to want to put in more military factories soon, but for the moment, I'm going to grab advanced equipment conversion. And we're still building the civilian factories here, for now. We are going to change those eventually, but we're building a lot at this point. We're building very quickly. So that seems good. These will be done relatively soon, and then we'll have some rubber importing. And that's very good. We do have some decisions available, but we're probably not going to take any of those. We don't have a lot of political power at this moment. A mechanization effort is going to finish up eventually, but this should give us access to this rubber that is on Borneo. Very strange that it didn't import with a port when we definitely had ports there in Victoria, but whatever. I guess that's fine. So in terms of production, we currently don't have anything for the basic medium flame tank. That will change very soon. In fact, we could change that right now. So let's hop into our armored division and let's toss in the medium flame tank company. We'll save that, and that seems good. Excellent. So we of course need a lot more army experience to get this all set up. Mechanization effort just finished, and we can grab, say, doctrine effort 2. That seems fine. And from here, we do have additional mechanization research bonuses. It's not a big deal, but it's fine. So when's our next election? August 1941? Okay, that's a ways away. We did just finish up some additional infantry. Is that the infantry support weapon? Yes. Okay, we could grab this, but that's pretty far ahead of time. I think what we're going to take here is infantry weapons 2. So we'll grab that quickly, and we'll get that producing soon enough. That'll be absolutely fine. It would be delightful if we were able to get into a war, but of course, that's not currently an option. We have no way to raise the world tension. We've got to get changed off of democracy for that. We're now 73% fascist, so that should change over pretty soon. Recon Company just finished up. That's great. Do we want to continue to work our way down this? Probably not yet. We may want to consider grabbing MPs, specifically because we're going to want to change our garrison template fairly soon as well. We are up to 15 army experience now, so I want to edit our armored division, and we want to put in, I believe, the logistics company here. Okay, so we'll do something along the lines of that for our support companies. We're going to need to add a lot more companies of tanks and mechanized infantry over here, but for now, this is fine. Logistics Company 2 finishes, so that is absolutely great. We also have this infantry division, which can go over here. A research slot is available. We could grab Logistics Company 3, which is pretty far ahead of time, but it would research pretty quickly, actually. We have a bonus for it, and that would be definitely interesting. It only takes 241 days. Let's do it. Actually, 228 days. That's pretty quick, all things considered. So that's a pretty solid tech. I like it. That'll be fine. We do have a trait for our tank manufacturer that we could unlock, and that would be like improved tracks. Reliability and max speed sounds good. We'll do it. So that's fantastic. We now have 10 army experience, so I want to go into our armored division, and I'm going to add in a unit of... Oh, we can't do that. That's 25 to add a new group. Okay. In which case, I would rather add in a medium tank down here. Okay. I do also want, I think, to add in a few extra units of infantry division. I want this to be recruiting at 3 and 2. Because that's the ratio we're going to be going with, is infantry to armored divisions, and that way we're producing in the correct ratio. And that is the most reduced that we can get that ratio, so that'll be fine. Something along those lines. Perfect. Okay, so how are we doing on our towed anti-air and our truck production? I think it's actually okay, for the moment anyway. It'll take some time for that to all build up, but it looks reasonable to me. We do have another military industrial... Oh, escort ship manufacturer. Okay, sure, I guess we can do... Are we more concerned about air attack or submarine attack? It's an interesting question. I think we might be more concerned about air attack, but we're kind of concerned about both. Okay, so we also have another tank manufacturer trait that we can grab here. We can take crew ergonomics here, bumping up our max speed and max defense. Sounds good. Excellent. And I believe that's all of it. Doctrine effort 2 finishes up. Let's grab armor effort. Fantastic. And we do have a doctrine available. So what do we want to take here? Well, this is specifically a naval doctrine available? Yes, indeed. So what do we want to do here? Probably not fleet in being. I think most likely... Trade interdiction is an interesting one, but I think given what we're going to need to do, I think base strike is the way to go here. So I'll take that for now. Excellent. And that'll be okay for the moment. We're not very concerned about our navy at this moment, but we will get there. Maybe. We'll maybe get there. Navy is usually a bit of a blind spot for me, but that's fine. So, what do we have going on in these police actions? What does that actually do? Makes them democratic. Alternatively, there's nation building here, which would also give them daily democracy support. So we don't really want that. Okay, noted. So we're definitely not going to do that one. We can, however... Okay, we just finished up our research of our weaponry here. So that's good. We could grab infantry equipment 2 or the BTR. Those are all options, definitely. I think for the moment, we might be interested in... Yeah, 0.43 years ahead of time for a lot of this. Noted. Absolutely noted. I think for right now, what I'm most interested in doing is grabbing fuel refining fleet. So we'll grab that for the moment. And we do have an additional trait here with our general aircraft manufacturer. Perfect. Looks good. And also our artillery manufacturer. Okay. So we could grab mobile limbers. Actually, I think we already did. Hydraulic recoil system for additional reliability. Okay, sure. So we could upgrade our equipment to have those design team traits. That does cost military experience. And it would create a new variant. Intriguing. So we'll grab this for now. I'm not going to do that because we are primarily focused on getting our armored division set up here. So it's going to cost us like 50 to get our... Well, actually a whole lot to get all this set up. A whole lot indeed. I think for the moment, all I'm going to do is toss in additional medium tanks here. So we can toss in something like that. That gets almost all of our medium tanks set up. Almost. Not quite, but we'll get there soon enough. Cool. So we're making progress on that front, but it is by no means ready to go. Excellent. We've got lots of time, though, before a war can potentially break out. Nobody's really doing anything. It's pretty much on us. We can grab an air doctrine here. And what do we want to do? Strategic destruction, battlefield support, operational integrity, probably battlefield support. Having air superiority over the like land pushes is, I think, the direction we want to go here. So let's do something along those lines. We do have an unassigned infantry division, and we can assign that right away. And we also have a research slot here. And what do we want to grab? We could grab construction 4. That is pretty far ahead of time. We could start working on better radar, and that's maybe not the worst idea. We're not building any radar yet, but we could definitely start working on that. Also, our infantry equipment manufacturer has proceeded nicely here. We could grab, say, some additional hard attack here. We already headed down all of the reinforced stocks. Yeah, that's already all grabbed. So that's okay. We could grab advanced barrel forging. We would need drum pattern sights first, I believe. Actually, this is an or, not an and. Gotcha. So production efficiency gain is not terrible. And then coming down this way, production efficiency cap plus 3%. That's neat. Okay, let's head down that direction for the moment. We've also got our motorized manufacturer. And what do we want to do here? Additional armor? Only for mechanized, though. Breakthrough for trucks, mechanized, and motorized rocket artillery. We're not using any rocket artillery at this time. Okay. But that's specifically for motorized rocket artillery, I believe. So that would be fine for trucks. Interesting. Or we could just reduce the production cost. Or we could increase the reliability. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. Of course, we would need to put in the actual traits. And for the moment, I'm not prioritizing putting army experience into that. We will get there, but for now, we're not interested in it. So we do have another artillery grab that we can do. Advanced equipment conversion finishes. That's fine. So at this point, we could choose one of these. So heart attack plus 100%. And breakthrough plus 5%. That's pretty good, actually. We can only pick one of these. And I'm going to pick this one. Fantastic. So that seems good. We also have the infantry equipment manufacturer with another trait. We'll take mass rifle production here. Sounds good. And motorized manufacturer with another trait. All-wheel drive for additional breakthrough here. Sounds great. What else do we have? Artillery again. Okay, so probably sliding breach block. We'll grab that. And what else do we have? Infantry again. Okay, so we could definitely grab additional infantry defense, which I think is very useful. And that looks good. Okay, so next up, we can grab another technology to research here. These are all pretty ahead of time, so I don't really want to work on that for the moment. We definitely could start working on, say, the 1940 heavy. We're not going to make a tank out of that just yet. We're going to continue to work down that line, but for the moment, that could be interesting. Do we need any other? Yes, we need a new military high command here. Ace generation chance or naval max range factor. We're going to take the ace generation chance, I guess, but it's not, in my opinion, phenomenal. But my opinion on that is probably wrong. We're going to grab MPs 2s here. We're definitely going to want MPs eventually. And I want to check in on our armor division here. Yeah, I thought so. So we can just save that, and now it's going to cost us 25 to unlock each of these lines. We're going to want all 3 of these lines unlocked, actually. So it's going to be a little bit before we get all of that done. Armor effort has finished up. That's fantastic. And we'll grab equipment effort 3. There we go. Looks fantastic. So checking in on our production here, I think our production is doing fine. We don't appear to need a huge amount more of things, although we are producing infantry equipment 1, and we should probably be producing infantry equipment 2. We'll get over to that. That seems fine. We're producing towed anti-air 1. Okay, upgrade with latest traits for 12, or for, hang on, what would that actually cost? 5 experience? Okay, so as we upgrade these, we should probably upgrade it like this. Okay, so we want to get improved artillery 2 constructing. As far as trucks go, we can also create a variant here. And we can work our way slowly through that. Okay. The infantry equipment 2, we would want to upgrade here as well. We don't currently have the experience for it, but we definitely would like to do that. We'll need 5 experience for this, I believe. Yes. So we'll have that soon. In fact, we currently have it. Why isn't it letting us do this? Okay, now it is. Sure. So we're going to get that going. That seems fine. Okay. Yep, that seems absolutely okay, I think. This is correct, right? Yeah, this icon indicates it. Gotcha. So the civilian train, we don't have any traits that we can put in here. The support equipment, we have no traits that we can put in. The towed anti-air, we don't have traits applicable to this design. Okay. Sounds good. So for now, I think that's largely it. I mean, we could definitely upgrade the tanks with those. I think. Maybe. This is done differently, if it is. Okay, that's the best available module. Yeah. So, that's definitely different. Noted. For now, this'll do. Okay, we're going to head on forward, and we've got an infantry division here, which we'll send down over this way. This is also an infantry division. We're going to have this army filled out eventually. We do have low supplies out over here, so I want to take a look at our supply setup here. Guessing it's down over this way? Arguably, we could construct something like a supply hub here, and then run a railway like that. It's a level 5 railway. That's maybe a little too much. A level 1 railway, since we have a level 1 here. So something along the lines of that. Seems reasonably fine. And we are importing the rubber at this point. So we should have plenty of rubber in theory. If we go in here, well, we have 3 rubber, but we are exporting 7. So that seems reasonably okay. We have another infantry division here that can be assigned. Looks good. And there's decimetric radar finishing up. So let's get ourselves something like... We could go improve decimetric radar. That would be okay. Alternatively, we could start working on air, but that seems, you know, awkward. Let's actually get an anti-tank upgrade. I know that we're not really using much anti-tank right now. Actually, these are very close to being ready to go. 0.12 years. You know what? Let's upgrade our AA. We're not really using anti-tank right now. So there's equipment effort finishing up. Wonderful. And we can grab special forces from here. Cool. So we're just cruising our way through our focus tree. It's a very generic focus tree. No doubt about that. Our artillery manufacturer, we could definitely grab something here. And this requires all of them? Yes. Okay, so we could grab soft attack, or we could grab production efficiency gain. For the time being, I'm going to grab production efficiency gain. That seems fine. And what are we missing? Towed anti-air. Okay, we don't have towed anti-air being produced. We have 2 improved artillery. Hang on. Towed anti-air. This cannot be upgraded? Okay. There we go. We'll swap that over. I don't know how that happened. I think I selected the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, that's my own fault. But there we go. We've got that under control. This will, of course, need to bring up its production efficiency. That will take some time. That's okay. We got that dealt with. We're currently at 17 army experience. We'd like to be significantly higher. Okay. 20. Almost. I do want to hop into our armored division here, and we want to add in specifically a motorized infantry unit. So we want to do the same thing out over here. Oh, that's actually significantly cheaper. And then we're also going to want to add in a motorized artillery. Just the one. And ultimately, we're going to do something like this. And that'll be our armored division. That's going to, of course, cost us 85 to do. So we're not going to do that quite yet. I want to remove these for the moment. We definitely don't have the experience for that. And we'll just do this, adding in some motorized infantry. Okay, looks good. We have a new trait for our tank manufacturer. We could grab standardized components. That's actually pretty good for our production, which we'll be delighted to do. And we also have a couple of researches that we can grab. We can grab, these are, honestly, I think these are mostly naval, right? Pretty sure, yes. We're not really focused on naval, as usual. So that is reasonably okay. We could just work on these industry technologies. I feel like that's not a terrible concept. Alternatively, we could work on upgrading our tanks further. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So we're just going to consume these speed upgrades and get those going. Beautiful. Logistics Company 3 is about to finish up. There it goes. And what do we want to get next? Well, we could certainly think about... Yeah, these are pretty far ahead of time. We could certainly think about something along the lines of... Improved infantry equipment 2. I think this is reasonable. Okay, let's get going on that. Fantastic. We have another motorized trait available, and what do we want to grab here? Well, we could certainly think about fuel usage reduction or max speed increase. We aren't going to have a fuel shortage, I'm pretty sure. We have so much oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the max speed. We don't have the military experience to get that put in, but that's okay. We'll go through all of our productions later on, and we'll make sure that those are all fully upgraded. But for the moment, I'm not too concerned about spending army experience on that. Another infantry division finishes, meaning this army is now full. Excellent. And we just finished our special forces focus. Next up, we should probably consider doing something like... I would really like to go this way, but we can't do that right now. So I think we would like to go somewhere like the aviation effort. Okay, we'll start to go down that route for the time being. Beautiful. Next up in our armored division, we're going to want to add in a bunch of motorized infantry. There's our AA gun upgrade finishing. Oh, this reset on us? Okay. So I'm going to put in 2 units of motorized infantry here. Looks good. This infantry division is going to head out over here. This is an armor division. That's fine. We have a research slot available, of course. That was for this AA gun. So we're going to get our improved artillery upgrade. Looks good. And I do want to swap us over to the level 2 AA gun. So that would be, instead of this, we'd be running this. However, we could think about potentially... Okay, there are no traits for that. Never mind. We can't think about that. But we'll get our anti-air guns upgraded to level 2. That'll be okay. And it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to have our next election, and hopefully the fascists will actually vote and we'll be able to do something. That would be nice. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Kentogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.